All right, it's time to do the detail of the ears. I'm not going to go into great detail, but just enough to make it look like an ear. I didn't used to use these ball tip tools. I never thought that they could be used and why they would be used. But I took a chance and got a few of them. And by golly, they are very good for what you have to do sometimes. And I'd highly recommend getting some. Now what I've done is taken some clay that's almost melted and I'm just putting on little drabs of it. I don't know if this will work or not. If it doesn't, I can always start again. I don't think he'd have perfectly coiffed hair. Might be a little messy. I'm just trying to go by the feel I have for his personality. That's interesting. Oh, I like that. I'm not certain I like that. Try something else. All right, I'm going to try it one more time with this clay. I'm going to start, where am I going to start? Back here. And I'm going to use another tool for manipulating the clay a little bit. I'm not going to give up on the idea yet, but I'll just have to wait and see how I feel after I get to a certain point here. Try not to have as many spikes in the hair. I had to wait for a while for the clay to soften up again. Huh, interesting. By the way, the blue strap there is the shoulder strap for the powder horn he's going to have eventually. I figured I'd go ahead and put that on now, so I'm not trying to do it as an afterthought after I do the hair. I'll let the clay stiffen up, cool off, and I can come back in and put detail in. As with everything I do, I'll let this sit for a while and see how I feel in a while. This is not this is not an easy method for doing hair. It's just a way that one of the hacks that I came up with over the years for doing fur texture and stuff like that. Not totally satisfied yet. I'll take it down quite a bit. I'll take it down quite a bit later on with some lighter fluid. Well, I kind of like it. Like I said, I'll wait till it cools off and I can go back and do a little sculpting in areas. And but I like the feel of the hair. I'll take down the roughness of some parts of it a little bit more and leave the roughness at the edges of the hair more than all over it. Okay, I'm going to work on something else on him until I get the clay where I want it. So I'm going to warm up some monster clay and do the fringe. Okay, I put the first bit of fringe on. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn the recorder on. But I'm just evening up the border of the fringe where it meets the seam of the shirt, or in this case the coat. This is me flattening out the clay. You don't want to do it too fast because what happens is it bubbles up. Now I take my knife and I cut off a section. Don't want it to be too big because you got to handle all those tiny fringes. I switch over to the spaghetti maker. Run it through there and grab it down here at the bottom as it comes out, and there we go. Got fringe. Gotta be careful though, because you don't want to have too many crevices. So you got to be able to make a mold of it. I think that looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to do the part that goes down here. I'm stirring up the paint that I had made up for me to match the color of this clay. And I'll be right back when I get ready to paint it. So now I start painting it to look like the clay. The paint will stiffen the clay up even more, the monster clay. And that will help a lot to keep it in shape. All right, I got the paint on, and I'm going to let it dry. It also helps fill in some of the crevices the paint does, so that it's not quite as deep as it otherwise would be. But it also strengthens the monster clay so it doesn't, it gets stiff because it's paint. It literally stiffens the clay. Tomorrow I'll put the pouch on the powder horn, and then it'll be back where it was when I dropped this guy last time, the last figure. I'll work on his hair a little bit more too and detail that a little bit. That's going to have to do it for now, and it'll look a lot better once the paint dries and dulls down a bit. It's a bit shiny right now, but it'll dull down. It'll start looking more like the clay. All right, everybody, have a great night, and I'll see you next time. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.